and we call on our last speaker. Stefan, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Magnus.
Of course. Welcome.
Thank you.
Not so far away, but at least from the other side of Sweden.
Exactly, yeah.
That's great. So share your screen and let's see if it works.
Yes. Let's see if we have it. Like so.
Very good. Perfect. Take it away.
Great. Thank you, Magnus. Nice to be here. And this is a short presentation on what we are doing at Celsicom. My name is Stefan Karlsson. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Celsicom. And we are a Swedish-based company founded back in 2012. And we the founders. We have been working with different technologies, hardware, software, server technology, connectivity, and so on for over 30 years, actually. So we have been around for some years, keeping track of technology in every way it has developed. But now in Celsicom, we are focused on remote monitoring, and that is for temperature, humidity, CO2, moisture content, radon, VOC, pressure, concrete strength, and so on. It's actually it's like an open platform, so it's very universal, so we can connect just about any sensor into this platform. But these are the things that we are working with at the moment. And Celsicom, the company, we develop everything, both hardware and software and the cloud service attached. So we do it all in-house. And all the products are made in Sweden. So let me tell you a bit about the way of remote monitoring. And this is like the traditional solution in the way it has been done. Traditionally, it's like you have sensors for different things like temperature, humidity, so on. And you have them sending their signals to a local gateway that is placed on the installation site. And that gateway usually, of course, is connected to some kind of connectivity. And it usually is like a 2, 3, or 4G modem. And that the modem sends the data then to the servers and also the cloud service, of course, where you can fetch and look at all your data. And some of the drawbacks with this solution, the so-called old solution, is like you have a limited transmission range between the wireless sensors and the gateway. You can have interference problems with the signal from the sensor to the gateway, especially in the case of using license-free frequency bands, where you can have a lot of other things sending on the same frequency. And of course, you need external power to the gateway. And it could be quite a complex installation procedure to get these older systems working. And it's quite expensive as well, because you need a lot of parts to get this going. So what we have done now in Celsicom, we have developed this new concept that we call Easy Connect. And our solution now is based on wireless sensors that are connected using the NB IoT connectivity solution that I will tell you a bit more in just a minute. So we have these NB IoT sensors, and they are directly connected without use of gateways and power supplies and so on, and transmitting the data directly to our servers and the cloud. So of course, the advantages of this new solution, these NB IoT sensors that we are manufacturing and developing is using the standard mobile network that is already around. So you don't have to invent some kind of new connectivity or a system just to talk to the sensor, because the mobile phone network is already there. And it's using a subset of the LTE standard. There is the 4G and 5G standard that's already around. We use it with our NB IoT sensors. So of course, you don't need any gateway anymore. There's no interference problems anymore because these NB-IoT sensors are using a licensed frequency band. So you can only have NB-IoT traffic on that frequency. And also you have very good indoor signal penetration. So you can have these sensors in really remote locations and they will probably still be working. It's even better coverage than your standard mobile phone actually. And these sensors can be battery or are battery powered, of course. Just standard 1.5 volts AA batteries. It's very cheap to maintain. It's easy to install. You have a QR code on each sensor. And also the NB-IoT network is available in many countries all over the world as of today. So as I mentioned, you don't have to install or invent some kind of a new network because we are using the standard mobile phone network that is already available to us all. So of course it's a cheaper solution altogether. And some of the models, I'm just going through this. Of course, our sensor models of course temperature and humidity. We have moisture content that is for measuring. For instance, if you have like a water damage or something, you want to see how much water do you have in the wood construction, you can measure that with our sensors. We can measure concrete temperature. That is when you're casting new concrete, you want to measure the temperature, but you also want to measure the strength calculation. That is how strong is the concrete that is for removing the mold form, and we can give you that directly into our cloud service. You can actually see it directly in megapascals. How strong is the concrete at any hour that you decide? We have a sensor for radon, also for differential pressure and CO2. So we have a wide variety of sensors, and this list is still keep growing, of course. And as I mentioned, we have our own cloud service. So we have our own servers, and all the development of the cloud is done in-house. We have also an integration. So if you have some customers that have their own IT platform, but they don't have their own sensors, so they can actually use our sensors, our connectivity solution, but then fetch the data, the measured data, using an API and import that into any system actually. So that can be used in the customer's end system. And here's a selection of some Nordic countries using our solution today. So we have everything from construction companies to just about any company actually, just to want to measure anything. They use our solution today. So yeah, that's a real quick presentation, Magnus. But
that's perfect. That's
yeah.
You're right on 8 minutes, which is excellent. So great. Let's see. I'll just see if we have any questions for you on the chat. No, not at this point. So I can ask you as I did before. So what about the financing kind of funding situation in your company?
Actually, we are self-funded at the moment. We have been around for 10 years and grown organically, so it takes some time, but we are self-funded. We have some major companies that are our customers, but of course we are looking for new sensor technology types and of course development that costs money. So of course we're open to any kind of discussion regarding that, and any business models or cooperation in any kind actually. And also we're looking for new distributors all over the world. We're just starting in the Nordics and Germany, but we're of course looking for new distributors and customers all over the world, because the NB-IoT network is available almost all over the world. So that's perfect for us.